The transition from Key Stage 4 to Key Stage 5 is an important, challenging, yet exciting time as you will choose the subjects in which you will be looking for your future ambitions. Before we go into the further details, I request you all to stand up for the national anthem. Thank you. Please take your seats. Now, let us call upon Fatima Bashir and Manal Roman from Year 11 for the beautiful Quran recitation and translation.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم طه ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى إلا تذكرة لمن يخشى تنزيلا ممن خلق الأرض والسماوات العلى الرحمن على العرش استوى له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وما بينهما وما تحت الثرى وإن تجهر بالقول فإنه يعلم السر وأخفى الله لا إله إلا هو له الأسماء الحسنى صدق الله العظيم.
In the name of Allah, the most beneficial, the most merciful. Taha, we have not revealed the Quran to you, O Prophet, to cause you distress, but as a reminder to those in awe of Allah. It is a revelation from the one who created the earth and the high heavens, the most compassionate, who is established on the throne. To him belongs whatever is in the heavens, whatever is on the earth, and whatever is in between, and whatever is underground. Whether you speak openly or not, he certainly knows what is secret, what is even more hidden. Allah, there is no God worthy of worship except him. He has the most beautiful names. Jazakumullah khair.
Thank you, Fatima and Manal. Now, I would like to request our school Vice Principal, Mr. Shujahat Muni, to commence the program with the welcome speech.
Assalamu alaikum. Afternoon, everyone. So this is a very important time when you get to choose specific subjects for where you want to be. Right? I said the same thing yesterday and the day before, but it's more important, and I can see some of the students here and some of the families, but for you it's a little bit more important. By now, you should know where you want to go, right? And you should know what it is that you need. So what we need to avoid, which is extremely important, is little mistakes. For example, a student chooses the subjects and then next year they come and they decide that they want to do a subject which they've not done for the last 3 years, right? And then they create this big scene, oh no, but I need it in order to go to my country, or this university has asked for it. We have to prepare in advance. So this is what we explain to year 9 when they choose it in year 10, the subjects. And the same thing for you, it's extremely important. So when you choose your subjects, remember, education is a key to success, right? It opens up different doors for you. Depending on what you're going to do, it'll allow you to go into different fields, right? And that's very, very important. So it's an important year when you'll need to put in a lot of effort as well. So I wish you all the best. And if you do have any of these questions, and your parents, this is what we're here for. So I don't want to say too much, but thank you, and thank you for the parents coming along today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shujahat. Sixth form advanced level studies is the last 2 years, year 12 and year 13 of secondary education. That is key stage 5. The students will move to sixth form after they complete their GCSEs, having successfully passed the GCSE exam with grades between A star to C. We offer 2 UK boards at WSS, Cambridge and Edexcel. All offered subjects are from Cambridge, except English, mathematics, and psychology, which is from Edexcel. Learners take the Cambridge Edexcel International AS level in year 12 and complete the International A level in year 13. It is a 2-year International A level program at WSS. Student can take 2 or 3 or 4 over 2 years, AS in year 12 and A level in year 13. As Malcolm rightly said, education is our passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare it for today. While living in UAE, we always have to be aligned with the requirements by Ministry of Education. So I would like to request our Secondary Assistant Principal, Mr. Alfred J. Kumar, to spot the light on the MOA requirements.
Good afternoon, parents and my students and the people who are joining us through online. Thank you so much for coming in today and spending your time. This is a very important day for you. So I'm going to start with this one. If you have already spent your IGCSE options evening with us, you might have seen this before. So according to the current requirement of the government, when a student finishes their school education, the Ministry of Education equalizes that certificate so that it is valid all over the country and all over the world. So that equalization is given by local authorities. For that, they need 2 criteria. Number 1, they see IGCSE subjects and the grades, and they also see AS or A-level grades. So for many of your children, they have already finished their, they are going to finish their IGCSE, so they will be writing a minimum of 6. Some of you might be writing extra subjects, but a minimum of 6 from our school if you are following our program rigorously. So in that, 5 IGCSE subjects with a passing grade of A star to E is considered as a qualification, or it will be equalized without any doubt. After your children join us in our 6th form program, 2 AS level subjects or 1 A level subject at the end of year 13 with a passing grade of A star to D. So if your children are carrying these 2 certificates to the Ministry of Education, it is equalized by the ministry. So if your children are planning to do their further studies in UAE, where this is very clearly looked at, and if suppose you are planning to take them to some other country for their higher studies or for their university studies, if they are asking a government certification which tells that you have finished 12 years or year 13 in British system or grade 12 in the other systems, that education in regular schools, and the qualification that they have is 5 IGCSEs with A star to E passing grade and 2 As and 1 A with A star to D as a passing grade, then the government gives the certification that can be used all over the world that you are equalized in line with the expectations of the world standards. So this is what it is then. There are some options now we have opened for IGCSE students, that is the numbering grades. So it is very clearly given here, A star to E. If you are going to sit and ask for the number grade sheets, then it will be between 3 to 9. That is what the expectation of the ministry is. And if it is going to be, of course, otherwise it is one A level or 2 A's levels. That is the point. Apart from that, there are things that if you are going to, like Mr. Suj said, I also want to say that if you are going to think about what subjects are they going to learn, our admission criteria in sixth form is going to be any subject that they are doing in IGCSE, which is not core, which is extended, with a passing grade of A star to C. It has got no connection to the equalization. Equalization is a general certificate. The government says, okay, you have finished your school education with the required standards. But when we are looking at the standard to get into your sixth form program, we follow the Cambridge suggestion, which says if a student is scoring anything less than C in IGCSE, then it is highly impossible for them to complete their A-level program because it is very deep and vast. So that's what the recommendation that the Cambridge gives. So that is the one thing that we would follow. And there is also attendance we need for rejoining us, that we will be very clearly looking at it, because as you might have already known that after year 11 there is no automatic shifting into year 12. It is a new admission process. So when your IGCSE results come, we will see the grades and also attendance, the behavior towards learning, and the records that the school has got on your children, and then we will start opening up admissions. And as soon as the IGCSE results come, you would naturally, if you have applied with us, or if you are even applying in some other GEM school, depending on your choice, you will get an email that says that, yeah, we have received your results, you are eligible to come and join WSS for your sixth form program. But if your grades are lower, you will get another suggestive email about what are the next steps for you. So that is one important thing you need to consider. Getting into sixth form is the total program of getting IGCSE grades as well as behavior as well as attendance. Everything is considered in for the next admission. So re-enrolling, as just I touched it, in the earlier years we had this re-enrollment fee. You must have done it so far, so which automatically takes you to the grades one after the other. When you finish your year 11, your re-enrollment is called as seat booking fee, which you would be paying. It's 1,000 dirhams. You would pay that. In case if you are not eligible to continue the sixth form program with us, that money would be fully refunded. There is no deduction in that. Or if you are continuing with us, if you are joining us, that 1,000 dirhams would be taken into the first term fee. So this is not, the 1,000 dirham is not a confirmation that you have a seat, but the 1,000 dirhams will tell that you are interested to continue your sixth form program with us, so that we can see when the results come, we can give you offer letters, and then you can decide, okay, I'm going to join. Because there are students in the past who have come to us and said that, okay, I did a research during the holiday, or I met a cousin during these holidays. He said, this one particular subject, if I'm doing, it has got a lot of future. So fine, we say, okay, fine, do you have any other place? Yes, I found in another GEM school, I'm going to join there. We would say, okay, very good, all the best. So please carry on, because if it is for your life, you can go, then we refund the money. We don't take the money with us. So that is only called seat booking fees. It is not re-enrollment. There is no automatic movement from year 11 to year 12. Year 11 schooling finishes, year 12 is a new admission process. So that is I think there are a lot of information that are going to come. If you have any questions about what I have said so far, you can always ask us at the end. And also remember, most of the time, as I said in the ministry's requirement, they expect the students complete year 13 in British curriculum, so that the equivalency is given without any trouble. That gives them a very clear sign that the child had spent the required number of years in regular school system to get ready to go into the university. So it's a 2-year program. Whoever joins with us, we strongly recommend that you finish till year 13. That will get you that equivalency, as well as you can move into your university without much trouble. The course will support you to get ready for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Franklin. That was informative. All students have a choice in subjects that they study in Key Stage 5. Let's look at the options form in detail and promotion criteria. I would request the Secondary Assistant Principal, Ms. Rija Nair, to take us through the subjects offered at WSS and help our parents and students in their selection path.
Good afternoon, parents. Thank you for joining us. I can see a very few of you have joined us, but believe me, this is one of the crucial phases of a student's next step in their education, and understanding it very clearly at this point is very important. There are many parents who have missed these meetings earlier and have ended up making errors which could have been avoided if they were with us during the meeting. I would also thank the parents who've joined us online today. Thank you so much for your time. So a minimum of, to join 6th form, to join AS level, a minimum of 5 IGCSE grades or passing 5 IGCSE CSE subjects is mandatory, and the passing grades are A star to E. Like Mr. Franklin mentioned, that is an equivalency requirement. That is not the entry requirement into 6th form. Entry requirement into 6th form, the basic criterion and the other grade details would be discussed by our student leaders later, but generically it is A star to C with an extended. However, for mathematics, the expectation is A star to B. To choose English AS, there is a requirement of having A star to B in English as a first language, and if the student is a second language student in IGCSE, the student should have scored either A star or A. Obtaining a grade D or anything less than a D will automatically stop the child from entering into the system. So as I said, the requirement is A star to C generally for all the subjects, and the student must have studied the extended curriculum. There's a slight difference for English and mathematics, because we have seen that students who are not scoring these grades are struggling when they enter into the 6th form. So this is the subject options available at WSS. So this is what we are meeting here today for. So all you have to do is choose a maximum of 4 and a minimum of 2 to complete your 6th form education. A maximum that you allowed would be 4 and a minimum would be 2. So please keep in mind that this is placed exactly as our timetable runs. So the subjects that feature one above the other cannot be chosen together. That is, business studies and chemistry is not offered. It's either business studies or chemistry. From each block, you can choose one. That's it. So it's between economics, physics, and sociology, between accounting and biology, between English and computer studies, and mathematics and psychology. In mathematics, again, you have to decide whether you're going to pursue mechanics or statistics. Mathematics is a combination of mathematics, pure mathematics, and mechanics and statistics. One of the two. Again, that's a decision that you will have to take. So the deadline, these documents, the entire presentation, everything would be forwarded to you by the form tutors after this meeting. And there's a deadline stated there. This deadline to submit this is 14th March. And the final admissions, now, this is the first step. Please make sure that you do this in case you intend to pursue in sixth form. You know that the school has to order the resources as in the textbooks, the timetabling, everything is done based on the options that you're submitting. So we need that information. This is the first step that you're going to do. And obviously, by the month of after the second mock examination, the team will be sending you an ad hoc admission information based on your mock 2 results. However, the final confirmation will be given to you after your GCSE results are published in the month of August. So there would be information coming to you that you are eligible to join WSS with the subjects you have chosen, or you are eligible to join WSS. However, you can choose these subjects from what we see in your result, or you may have to look for an admission elsewhere. Of course, apart from these 5 subjects and the grade criterion, we do consider attendance as one of the major criteria. Why we do that is because students who have poor attendance, by research and by our own information, have performed very poorly in not only in sixth form, also in IGCSE. So if there is a tendency for children to take unnecessarily leave, that to uninformed leave. I understand if there is an emergency at home, if there is a sickness, illness, yes, uninformed leaves are not welcome, and that is one of the criterion which we take the decisions for the sixth form admissions, because that spells the attitude towards your learning. As I said, attendance. So the 2 major criterion is your behavior. I do not think we have too many behavior infringements in year 11. So that's something that we are not much worried about. However, your attendance and your grades in year 11, IGCSE, both mock 2 and end of the year, would be very important for your successful admission into WSS. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Rija, for this detailed and intricate information. Now let's call upon our head girl, Zoha Rais, and sixth form leader, Haya Mutasim of year 13 GD, to talk about these subjects in detail. They will be focusing on the content of the subjects and the assessment overview of each subject.
Good evening, everyone. The first subject is mathematics. This subject consists of 3 externally examined units in the advanced subsidiary levels, subject code XMA01. Exam Pure 1 and Pure 2 are compulsory papers, and students can choose an additionally required option between Statistics 1 and Mechanics 1 paper. Whereas in the advanced level, mathematics subject code YMA01, students will be assessed upon 6 externally examined units, Pure 1, 2, 3, 4, and can choose an additionally required option between Statistics 2 and Mechanics 2 paper.
The next course provided by EdXL is English Language. The course code for AS level is XEN01, whereas the course code for A level is YEN01. The course is structured into 4 units with 4 externally assessed exams. All AS level candidates are expected to attend for 2 papers, which are referred to as Unit 1 and Unit 2, where each paper has a total time duration of 1 hour and 45 minutes, 100 total marks, and 25% of the total A level mark. Whereas in A level, candidates are expected to attend for 2 more papers, which are referred to as Unit 3 and Unit 4, where each paper has a total time duration of 2 hours, 100 total marks, and 25% of the total A level mark.
We are now going to proceed with the courses provided by the Cambridge Board. The first 3 courses are the science subjects. All AS level candidates are expected to attend 3 papers in a single examination series. Candidates who, having received AS level certification, who wish to continue their studies to the full advanced level of qualification may carry their AS marks forward and take paper 4 and paper 5 in the examination series in which they require certification. Biology, course code 9700, consists of 3 papers in the AS level, where paper 1 has a total time duration of 1 hour and 15 minutes, 40 total marks, and 31% weightage. Paper 2 has a total time duration of 1 hour and 15 minutes, 60 total marks, and 46% weightage. Paper 3 has a total time duration of 2 hours, 40 total marks, and 23% weightage. Similarly, chemistry and physics have equal total time durations, marks, and weightage as biology. However, the course code for chemistry is 9701 and course code for physics is 9702.
Moving on to the commerce subjects. Accounting, course code 9706, requires students to undertake 2 papers in their AS levels. Paper 1 is an MCQ paper with a total time duration of an hour and has a total of 30 marks, whereas Paper 2 is a structured theory paper that has a total time duration of an hour and 45 minutes with 90 total marks. In their advanced level, students are expected to undertake 2 more papers, Paper 3 and Paper 4, where Paper 3 is of 75 marks with a total time duration of an hour and 30 minutes, whereas Paper 4 is of 50 marks with a total time duration of an hour. The next subject is business, course code 9606. This course requires students to take 2 papers in their AS levels. The first paper is of 40 marks with a total time duration of an hour and 15 minutes, whereas the second paper is of 60 marks with a total time duration of an hour and 30 minutes. In their advanced level, students are expected to undertake 2 more papers, Paper 3 and Paper 4. Paper 3 is of 60 marks with a total time duration of an hour and 45 minutes, whereas Paper 4 is of 40 marks with a total time duration of an hour and 15 minutes.
Our next subject is Edexcel Psychology, subject code 9990, in which students take Paper 1, duration 1 hour 30 minutes, total 60 marks, and Paper 2, duration 1 hour and 30 minutes, total 60 marks in AS levels. For A levels, they take Paper 3, duration 1 hour 30 minutes, total 60 marks, and Paper 4, duration 1 hour 30 minutes, total 60 marks.
The next subject is economics, course code 9708. This course requires students to take 2 papers in their AS levels. Paper 1 is an MCQ paper with a total time duration of an hour and has 30 total marks, whereas Paper 2 is a structured theory paper that has a total time duration of 2 hours with 60 total marks. In their advanced level, students are expected to undertake 2 additional papers. Paper 3 is of 30 marks with a total time duration of an hour and 15 minutes, whereas Paper 4 is of 60 marks with a total time duration of 2 hours.
Lastly, we have sociology, subject code 9699, in which for A levels, students take Paper 1, duration 1 hour 30 minutes, total 60 marks and 25% weightage. Paper 2, duration 1 hour 30 minutes, total 60 marks and 25% weightage. And for A levels, students take Paper 3, duration 1 hour 15 minutes, total 50 marks of 20% weightage, and Paper 4, duration 1 hour 45 minutes, total 70 marks and 30% weightage.
I'd like to add upon one more subject to the list, which is computer science. The course code is 9618, where students are required to undertake 2 papers in their AS levels. Both papers are of 75 marks each with 50% weightage. However, Paper 1 has a total time duration of an hour and 30 minutes, whereas Paper 2 has a total time duration of 2 hours. In their advanced level, students are required to take 2 additional papers. Similar to AS level, both papers consist of 75 marks, each with 25% weightage. However, Paper 3 has a total time duration of an hour and 30 minutes, whereas Paper 4 has a total time duration of 2 hours and 30 minutes. Thank you so much, and now I'd like to hand the mic over to Ms. Aisha.
Thank you so much, girls. Now, I would like to request our career counselor, Ms. Anisha, to throw a light on the career path.
Good evening, parents and students. Thank you so much for joining us today. So, as you all know, it is a very important stage of your life where you're going to focus on specialized subjects in your AS and A level. So while you choose your subjects, there are certain things that you need to keep in mind. By now, you would know what your strengths are. So in your AS and A level, focus on those subjects because the curriculum is definitely going to get intense, right? So focus on those, have an idea as to what field of work or career you would like to go by now. Yes, and that is where the next part of building your portfolio also comes in. Explore different areas, talk to your teachers, talk to the students who've already chosen those subjects, and you would get an idea as to how things goes here at WSS, right? And volunteering, that is being a part of any extracurriculars in school or outside school. All of this can add to your portfolio. So I've listed out few here. Another one is internships. Definitely there's an age minimum requirement for age that is required. So once you pass that, it is 14 and above in some require 16 above. So that varies from stage to stage, right? So internships is another one. And then any of your passion, your extracurricular activities, explore all of that. Because when you go to universities, it is not only grades. They look for a holistic children who are holistically developed, right? So that is why portfolio building should have started already by now. So it is important that you focus on all these areas in your final 2 years of schooling as well. The next one is workshops and boot camps. Probably you would get information if it is appropriate for your age, your year group. I would be sending it across. There are plenty of workshops and boot camps happening around in UAE by different universities, institutions. So if interested, please take up. Even if not, you're more than welcome to explore that so you know if you want to go into it or not. So that's another thing. Know what you don't want to do. That helps you narrow down to what you would like to explore, right? And we do have a lot of initiatives happening around here. I do get a lot of queries and initiative proposals from our student council members as well. Be part of that. All of that will hold a lot of value in your recommendation letter, which will be given by, if required by the subject teacher, the teachers will give, or mostly by the counselor, right? So all of this will add a lot of value to your university application. So it doesn't start by the year of, by the end of year 13, it starts now. If you've not started, it's high time you get started, right? So this is the overview for that. And as you all are aware, we have the Unifrog platform, a very comprehensive platform for exploring your any interest related to your subjects, your careers, your university applications, all of this. This is very vast. It has a lot of recorded videos and webinars that can be really helpful for you in any area of subject that you want to look into, right? So here I would also like to highlight the MOOC. These are courses that are done by different universities across the world. It is online. There are plenty of free courses and some are paid. So when you sign up, you get an idea as to what to expect in that particular course in your university. So if you don't know what to do, maybe you can start exploring those, and that will also be added to your reference letters, right? And we also have our GEMS for Life. This is a benefit for all our GEMS students. So if you see, you can just Google GEMS for Life, and the first link, you can click onto it. So it starts from preparing the students for university. So basically for your applications, for any of the counseling sessions that's required. We have plenty of universities across the world partnered with GEMS. So when you apply for any of your universities later on, ensure that you mention you're a GEMS student, because GEMS students do have a certain percentage of discount in your fees as well. The scholarship is different, but for GEM students, there are discounts applicable, right? And then preparing you for work. So there's mentorship and coaching, internship and work experience. We also have our passport program here, which is a boon for WSS, right? For your 6th form students, you would see them volunteering in different departments, yes? So All of this will help you develop a lot of skills that is required for your university, moving forward to your career as well. Yes, so we also have a very strong alumni database, which all of you will be a part of, right? So we're very happy you could join us today, and for any further queries, you're more than welcome to, students can meet me, or you're more than welcome to send an email and I would respond back. Thank you, have a good day.
Thank you, Ms. Anisha, for the fruitful information. Please note that after this event, you will be receiving the ASN A-level booklet, PowerPoint presentation of today's event, and option form by the respective form tutors. Displayed are the details of the subject's heads, even though we will be sending today's presentation for further clarification. We are having Ms. Sarupa, Key Stage 5 Phase Leader, and Ms. Sharon, Phase Leader of Key Stage 4, who will be answering the doubts of the parents who are online. We also have Mr. Franklin and Ms. Rija, our Assistant Principals of Secondary Section, to answer your queries. And now the floor is open for question and answer session.
Now, we have given the information. Sometimes you may feel it is too overwhelming for you to get everything. So, like Ms. Aisha said, the presentation will be sent to you. If you have any questions, you can just raise your hand. We will bring the mic to you. So if you ask it loud, it may be beneficial for anyone else having the same kind of doubt in their mind. Myself and Ms. Rija will answer that. If you have any doubts, please raise your hand. We will come to you.
If I did not pick a subject in IGCSE, for example, psychology, will I have trouble learning it in A levels?
Generally, if you go on to the website, like you have seen which board we offer, either it's Cambridge or Pearson's. If you go into the website, it tells you the requirements for entering into the course. So generally, most of these courses do require a prerequisite of IGCSE, because that is the base of the subject. However, when you're meeting the subject leaders here, for a few subjects you can specifically discuss whether it's absolute mandation or not. You would not be offered sciences or maths or certain commerce subjects without it. You cannot do physics if you do not have physics now. However, for a few subjects there is a little bit of leverage. I think it will be best if you talk to the concerned subject heads here, especially for psychology and sociology. Okay?
If it is what you wanted to pursue, get it? Yeah, so if you have decided psychology is one key subject which I am going to extend it into university studies, please do speak to them. They will tell you what are the requirements. But having an IGCSE background is a great strength because it's where the fundamentals are dealt.
RMOC is available on the Unifrog website, or do we have to search for them?
MOC courses are available on the Unifrog website. I believe earlier in the first week of Jan, a letter was sent out to all parents and students detailing the pathway to get to that. So, yes, I hope that answers.
Any more questions? Yes.
Is maths compulsory for the university entrance? Maths subject, yeah. If she's taken economics and business.
Which subject? Is this your daughter? No. So she's taking economics and business. What does she intend to pursue in the university? She can drop maths. Anisha?
I think it's better I talk to the student first because it depends on what subject she would like to take in university, which country she goes to. So, right, so it depends on which subject or course she plans to take on. And for a particular university, if it is mandatory, then yes. If not, then we can look into the possibility after I have a session with her. Thank you.
This is something that Anisha has already said, but we would want to reiterate the fact that please do not choose or drop subjects without actually doing a proper research about the university that the child is intending to attend. There are students who've lost one academic year or had to join foundation courses even after completing A-level because one particular subject is missing. And as parents and people who are living in UAE, we understand how expensive the foundation courses are when compared to AS and A-level schooling. So if you can complete the proper subjects in schooling, it will save you almost 1 full year's college fees for not missing out that subject. In case of any doubt, please fix an appointment with Ms. Anisha. She will help you navigate through the universities of the choice of country that you have for you to decide which subjects would be apt for you. Anisha will also give you certain details of educational consultants who we work with, who are supporting GEMS, who are private, who are not part of our organization, but who support GEM schools in chalking out the career pathway for students. So we will give you their address. You can meet them in their office and discuss everything. They will chalk out everything, including visa and budget plans for you, in case you require that.
The key information here we are trying to put out is, please work backwards, decide which university, at least have a handful of places that you wanted to go. And we tell this quite often in the IGCSE options evening also. There are countries where when the children go for medical sciences, there are countries that doesn't look at maths, but there are countries that ask for biology, chemistry and mathematics. There are different countries, different universities with different requirements. Please do speak with Ms. Anisha, and at the same time, go with a handful of universities so she can give out clear information. Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
Is combined science still available or not anymore?
Combined science in A-levels? No, we don't offer it at all. Combined science is taken by students in IGCSE as private candidates. It is not offered as a school subject from the school. Okay? However, students who've studied physics, chemistry and biology in school have scored very good grades in combined science. So I guess the curriculum is getting completed in school because the grades were brilliant, but we are not offering that as a teaching subject in school. Combined science A-levels? Yeah, so can we take that offline and see whether it's possible separately? Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much for your presence. All the department subject heads are available at their counters. You are most welcome to proceed further and talk to them. We also have our head girl, Zohar Reis, and sixth form leader, Haya Mutasim, if the students would like to wish to the senior students for the further information. Thank you so much for your time.